Peace out, at the Swan. Good kilowatts, I'm back. At the Swan in the house. So, I thought I'd do a video around ADHD awareness. Now, I fight for ADHD awareness, and my stance about the medication, I'm strongly against the medication. It's so harmful and damaging that I feel like I took upon myself to become a bare knuckle fighter, to raise awareness about these tablets, because they're fucking ruthless. Pardon my language, I'm just telling you my personal opinion about the medication. Now, I was on Ritalin for 10 years, tried and tested, and they kept up in the dose. And then they didn't tell me that the Ritalin had been banned, and they said, we got one pill for you instead of these 4. And I was like, yeah, sound great, because of 10 years of complaining about this one pill, these pills, and taking them all different ways, the way that they said from the ages of 5 till I was 15. I was just about had enough, and then they said, we got this one pill for you. So I went on to Concerta, and that was slow release. And I did 2 years of trying on that, and by 17, I fucking rebelled off it and started fucking ignoring any type of authority, you know, and rebelling against it. And, you know, I was fucking a menace, to say the least, and unstable. You know, coming off all the medication without doing it in any correct manner. For 10 years in prison, ended up from 18 to 30, 10, 12 years in prison for a lot of violence and stealing and fighting and just nuisance behaviour, to say the least. But I came through all that, from being away from medication and finding myself in prison, to coming out and changing my whole life. You know, I have no involvement with any criminals, any of my old peers, old friends, you know, and I'm tunnel vision on the ADHD awareness, and trying to help just one person. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of kids in the care system, and I went through the care system, as many kids do. And these are the ones, the bracket that I really want to mainly help, and this is for, because without a loved one, you know, a mother and father, and you go into the care, you know, it's so much easier for the guardian to accept the benefits from the government and keep funneling the tablets down these minors' kids' necks. Whereas a parent who's loves him, when they see the damaging effects of the medication, they say, fuck yeah, I'm not giving my kid them, you know. But in the care system, you know, it's not quite like that. There's a lack of love and a lack of understanding, and it's a lot of it's to do with money as well. So the effects that the medication had on me were awful, guys. They were awful. Right, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was really underweight, I was getting bullied all the time. I started getting twitches, you know what I mean, because of all these meds I was on. I couldn't think. When it's time to go to sleep, you can't go to sleep, you're up all night in fucking bed, you know what I mean. Hearing things, always think, but it was from the prolonged endured of these heavy drugs, amphetamine based drugs. Yeah, and they're giving them to kids, you know, and they're not listening to the kids saying, nah, I don't like these ain't good. For example, I was in, I'm going to say the lad's name as well, and the people locally will know him. I was in primary school, Oscol Tidno, and I've been on these tablets for years now. And I was still only a little kid class, you know, and it was like story time or something, and one of the kids in my class, called Joe Payne, he said to me, he goes, what's that you're getting there, you know, off the teacher, because he used to have to take tablets. And I went, oh, it's my tablets. And he said, can I have one? So I said, yeah, of course you can. And I sneaked it from taking it. And then it's story time, he sat next to me, and I give him one of my tablets. We're only little kids in school. He must have thought it was like a sweet, a multivitamin sweet or something, I don't fucking know. And he started like chewing it and tasting this tablet I give him. And he started spitting it out and being like, that's horrible, and ran over to the teacher, yeah? Next minute, I'm in the fucking front of all the teachers getting told off, and he's got rushed to hospital, right? And I'm thinking, why is he getting rushed to hospital? I have to fucking take these all the time. I don't want to fucking take these tablets. You know what I mean? And, yeah, they kept me on these tablets, you know, from very young till I got to my teens, 17, 16, I started rebelling off them, and then 18, I found myself in prison for a long time, in and out of prison, away with my emotions and thoughts, trying to find myself, because you can't just come off these tablets, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to start, people think, why is he lashing out, putting back on the tablets? Because the emotions have been suppressed for so long. They've had a lack of eating, a lack of sleeping, a lack of understanding who they are, and actually they feel like they're suffering inside because no one will listen to them. So when them bars and cages are took off, you know, they're fucking lashing out at anyone with authority, anybody, and it's sad to see, because I understand it, and then everyone thinks they need tabletting more or throw them in jail, and it's not. Society let them down from day fucking one. You know, to be in the care system, you must have been through some trauma or tragedy anyway. And this is what I'm here for, ADHD awareness, bare knuckle boxing, alright guys? And I'm taking it fully serious, I'm fully committed, I'm willing to die in there, you know, I'm willing to die in there for my cause, for people to understand the lengths I'm going to go for these kids, to be heard, their voices. We do not like these tablets, so they should be not on them, you know what I mean? Listen to the kids first and foremost, you know. And I'm no medical expert or professional, I'm just saying my personal views, my experiences, you know. Like I said, if it can help one person, you know, yeah. And I love you all, thank you so much for the ongoing support. Swan is doing everything he can. I've got my bare knuckle fight 24th of February versus Jake Green. I'm defending my title, Charlie Bronson, welterweight, bare knuckle title, Bad to the Bone, Good to the Swan. Massive shout out to Bad to the Bone. Also, the Swan v Hatchet 2 comes out Christmas Eve, 9 o'clock, Bad to the Bone. Don't miss that, guys, don't miss that. Get your milk and cookies and watch that, because it's going to be an absolute cracker. I do take a lot of punishment, but I put him away, guys. No matter what, I keep seeing all his clips as well of him, you know, giving me a few smacks here and there. But he doesn't post the ones where I'm standing over him, cheering, does he? You know what I mean? Anyway, peace out. At the Swan, go kilowatts, ADHD awareness. You are beautiful. You can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. Love yous all.